Vortex here, back with another video, and this is my review of the Edifier. As you can see there, these are the Edifier W820NB. As you can see, they are a pair of Bluetooth headphones, which are actually over ear, which is kind of important because I don't really like on ear for actual comfort. And yet they are high-res certified, and I'll talk about that in a bit. And yeah, as full disclaimer is Edifier themselves sent these out to me for review. Thank you very much. I was not paid to do this video, and all the thoughts and opinions are my own. And yeah, let's get into it. So yeah, let's get into it. So W820NB, which are a new release. If you can't see, it says active noise cancelling Bluetooth stereo headphones. Key thing with these is they actually are active noise cancelling, but they do have the ambient modes, which turns them outside mics on to hear your surroundings. I'll talk about that later on. There's a QR code. There's an app, which I'll talk about later on as well. High-res certified. So these can hit 40,000 hertz or 40 kilohertz. So that's why they've got that, in case you don't understand. So we've got hybrid ANC, AAC, and they do SBC as well. Game mode to reduce the latency. Ambient sound mode, as I said before, which does work. 49-hour playtime. That's with the modes off. So just pure Bluetooth. It's got their noise cancellation. I will do a mic test, which is later on. Lightweight design, which is correct, and I use a titanium diaphragm. And yeah, in the next clip I'll just cut to it and I'll just show you what comes in the box. So the power of time and editing, I've already opened these, but they did come in this protective kind of bag. Came with this as well to stop keep moisture at bay. Obviously do not eat these. You get it, should be a charge cable. Warning. So it should just be quickly open it up. So here's the first part in English, just safety precautions really, and obviously you can see the temperature it works in. Obviously quickly skim through that if you need to. Obviously it's deleted in a bunch of different languages, as you can see there. Get rid of that. This little tiny user guide. Try and zoom it in. Tells you how it works. Obviously I'll show you them in a bit. It's a bit kind of, you may pause the screen if you focus. There you go. Just pause the video if you want to see how it all works. And how to restore it, Bluetooth. Obviously USB-C. If it focuses, just a normal charge cable. Length, it seems pretty fine. Let's move this out of the way. And here are themselves, so mine are the black ones. Kind of subtle design, just some branding there. Nothing on the top. Padding here, which is fine. Again, these are quite light. So everything is done on the right one. So let's get to that. They also do fold flat. So if this is around your neck, they would sit on your chest like that, which is pretty good. L and R. R is just in there, L's at the side. That's the level adjustment. So if you got a thick head, you should be alright. But yeah, so everything is on the right unit. So I'll quickly show you that now. So USB-C for charging. One negative is there's no 3.5 port. So these only work Bluetooth, so you have to bear that in mind. So if the battery goes flat, you have to charge it a bit just to use it. But yeah, Type-C for charging only. Bluetooth to pair. And LED light there. When it's in use, it doesn't flash. If you pause music for example, that will flash blue every few seconds you just pulse in and out. Obviously the multifunction button, that also changes the mode. So if you got noise cancelling, you can just cycle through it. I think you double click it for gamer mode, power mode, power on and off, and obviously you can use that for pairing as well if you hold it down for a few seconds. Volume up and down, next track, previous track, and all that good stuff. And yeah, so in the next clip I'm going to do just a microphone test first, which I did on Windows 10. Then I'll quickly run through the app, and then I'll just get more into the review. I wanted to show you a good look at what these look like. They are very light and they actually are very comfortable, but I'll mention more of that later on. I like that it's very subtle in design, just the image there, like the logo there. And yeah, let's just so mic test, quick run over of the app, and then the actual review of these. This is just a quick mic test of the Edifier W820NB. I'm in a quiet room. I had to change the level to about 75%. Anything higher than this and the volume starts to clip. But yeah, this is just me speaking, normal volume and not too loud. Normal conversation volume, and that's it. This is just a quick kind of overview of the Edifier Android app. As you see in the top, it says Edifier W820NB, which is obviously the headphones. One cool thing is it can show you battery life and whatever mode you're on. So I just scroll from the top. You can see, obviously I'm using a recorder to record the phone screen, but you can see from left to right, noise cancellation, ambient sound, game mode, and the app, and it's got 97% battery life, which is kind of cool. Obviously it will kind of highlight which mode you're on. So this is just what the app looks like. If you click noise cancellation, you hear the commands in the headphones themselves. Same for ambient sound. You can change the level. It's on 0. The max is 3 and the lowest is -3. Put the back in the middle. Turn that off. Bottom, you can see there's no music. If you're playing a track that's on the phone, it'll be there as well. More, I think, is if you want to buy things or anything like that. Obviously just links to their products. MB2 Pro, one I've reviewed before. Some gaming headsets and things like that. Let's go out to that. Discover. Just information again from the website. Edifier also do some good speakers, as you can just see in the background there. I won't really go over to that because it's a different kind of subject, but they are there as well. Let's go get out of that. Oops. So let's click mine. So welcome to the Edifier Connect, device supported. All of probably most of their Bluetooth devices are there. Obviously you can check on the website, but you can see there's quite a few. So I'll just come out of that view widget. As you can see there, how to add them. So that's that. FAQs, if you get stuck, there's 5 FAQs there. Again, you can just change it to whenever you want, or read whatever information you want about us. Obviously there's the firmware of the actual app is 8.0.3, company info, version updating. There's no firmware update for this at the moment, so it's just, that's it. Let's go back. Let's go back to earbuds. Let's scroll across one. Game mode on and off. I tried this with my friend's phone and I let him play some games and it seems to work fine. It seems to lower the latency. Personally, I didn't try it myself, but he seemed quite fine with it, so I'm happy enough with that. I don't do mobile gaming. And also when you use game mode or the actual sound modes, it does say in the headphones, noise cancellation on or off, ambient sound on or off, and the game mode, it says it through the headphones, so which is kind of cool. That's just a big massive battery indicator, 97% left. Click the cog in the top corner. Firmware version 1.0.1. You can change the name. Manual, which is very useful, so you don't need to have the little bit of paperwork with you. Click what you need to do. Obviously mine are the black ones. Turn it on and off. The prompt tone level, So when it says it to the headphones, you can change the level. I do recommend that. That's quite useful. You can you turn it down, disconnect Bluetooth, repair, and factory settings. I would like to see an EQ. Maybe they'll add that. I'm not quite sure. And then you can obviously evaluate it, obviously for reviews, because they want your feedback. Just click cancel, and that's pretty much it. It's very straightforward. I wish there was an EQ would help, but yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So one thing I wanted to add, because they don't actually mention this, but these actually do work wired, and they state high res hits, which is like 40,000 hertz, but these only do SBC and AAC only over Bluetooth, but they actually can do quite a bit wired. So I'm just going to show you. This is in Windows 10. So comes up in Windows, don't have to install any drivers. Edifier W820NB. Obviously I'm recording with my own microphone, but I'll get into that in a second. So playback, properties, levels. It was at 90% I suggest trying 50% and then adjusting to where you want. Enhancements, that was unticked. I've ticked that. Make sure you disable all enhancements. Advanced, now this is where it's quite key. It can do from 16-bit 16,000 hertz up to 32-bit 96,000 hertz and 96 kilohertz. It doesn't state that in the information, but that's actually not too bad. So it actually has got its own DAC built in, which is better than I expected. They should really advertise this fact, but anyway, you can do all of those. Spatial sound is off. Recording. I'm recording with this one, my normal microphone, but obviously the headphones are on, so it's picking that up as well. So click properties, levels. Again, adjust it to what you see fit. So try half, then adjust it where you want. Enhancements, so you can change those if you want to. Low frequency protection and loudness equalization. Advanced, so yeah, you can pick from those. It's only one channel because it's a mono, and then 16-bit 16,000 hertz, 44.1, and then 48,000 hertz, and that's it. But yeah, it's good that they can actually do more than I expect. Now on to the actual review. So yeah, finally on to the review. Obviously you've seen the mic test, you've seen the app, and there's an extra kind of addition I threw in the Windows 10 settings. They should really advertise that. It's actually got its own DAC built in, but they don't really mention that. And especially up to just 32-bit and 24-bit, that's pretty cool. They should really add that. Yeah, so the review is, this is the right ear cup. Inside the actual pads, there's no left or right. Just stay L and R on the inner part. There's not that much padding in the actual top, but it works fine because they're not that heavy. So everything is on the right unit. Obviously Type C, which is charging and wired use. Works fine in Windows 10. Put it like this. You can see here on my finger is volume up and down, play, next track, previous track. Bluetooth, which they call the multifunction button. So hold it for pairing, press twice for like game mode. It does voice assistant. Press it once to go for the modes. Like I said before, it says the actual commands through the earphones, through the headphones, which is actually fine. Comfort on these I thought was actually okay. It can get a bit warm on this because it's kind of a leathery kind of material, so it can get warm around the ear. If you're in a hotter climate, that might be more of a problem. If you're in a colder climate, less of a problem. Isolation and everything was okay. Yeah, so active noise cancellation I thought worked okay. It wasn't amazing, but it worked pretty good. It's meant to be up to 38 dB, but I had no issues with it. I've heard worse, I've heard better, but again, for the price, these are around $60. It works okay. Ambient mode, again, the same thing. For the price, I've heard better, but I've heard a lot more money. Ambient mode is actually pretty good. Battery life for these is 49 hours, all close with the ANC and the modes off, and then 29-ish with it on. Obviously the volume level affects that, so you have to bear that in mind. Again, yeah, fit comfort was okay. Sound, found them fairly balanced. In some tracks these can be quite bass heavy, in some others they're not. It depends, but the overall sound signature is balanced, is probably the best way to describe it. I wouldn't sound a V-shaped. Vocals all sound kind of fine, kind of natural. Treble region, instrument separation, nothing harshness or anything like that. They use a titanium driver, which I guess is like a titanium coating. Overall sound signature was actually pretty good. Overall functionality was actually fine. Charge time is about 1.5 hours for full, again, which is good for 1.5 hours worth of charging to get 49 hours out of it, which is pretty good. But yeah, I was quite happy with it. Negatives is the build isn't the best, but it's perfectly fine for what you're paying. It's all plastic. Even the adjustments for the headband are plastic. There's no 3.5, so you either have to use them Bluetooth or you have to use them wired, Type-C to full-size USB-A, or maybe you have to get a different cable, I'm not sure. And apart from that, that's it really. For $60, they're kind of hard to fault. They're not perfect, but on the whole, they're not too bad at all. Functionality is good. I like they got real buttons, as you can see there, not touch buttons. I don't really like those when you got a real button. They work fine. Microphone, as you heard before, is okay. And I think that's pretty much it. Probably end it here. Is anything if you want to know in the comments as usual. And yeah, thanks for watching.